This is his credo, the statement of beliefs that guided his actions. I believe in God, who made of one blood all nations that on earth do dwell. I believe that all men, black and brown and white, are brothers, varying through time and opportunity, in form and gift and feature, but differing in no essential particular, and alike in soul and the possibility of infinite development. Especially do I believe in the Negro race, in the beauty of its genius, the sweetness of its soul, and its strength in that meekness which shall yet inherit this turbulent earth. I believe in pride of race and lineage and self, in pride of self so deep as to scorn injustice to other selves, in pride of lineage so great as to despise no man's father, in pride of race so chivalrous as neither to offer bastardy to the weak, nor beg wedlock of the strong, knowing that men may be brothers in Christ, even though they be not brothers in law. I believe in service, humble, reverent service, from the blackening of boots to the whitening of souls. For work is heaven, idleness hell, and wage is the well done of the Master, who summoned all them that labor and are heavy laden, making no distinction between the black, sweating cotton hands of Georgia and the first families of Virginia, since all distinction not based on deed is devilish and not divine. I believe in the devil and his angels, who wantonly work to narrow the opportunity of struggling human beings, especially if they be black, who spit in the faces of the fallen, strike them that cannot strike again, believe the worst and work to prove it, hating the image which their Maker stamped upon a brother's soul. I believe in the Prince of Peace. I believe that war is murder. I believe that armies and navies are at bottom the tinsel and braggadocio of oppression and wrong. And I believe that the wicked conquest of weaker and darker nations by nations whiter and stronger but foreshadows the death of that strength. I believe in liberty for all men, the space to stretch their arms and their souls, the right to breathe and the right to vote, the freedom to choose their friends, enjoy the sunshine, and ride on the railroads uncursed by color, thinking, dreaming, working as they will in a kingdom of beauty and love. I believe in the training of children, black even as white, the leading out of little souls into the green pastures and beside the still waters, not for pelf or peace, but for life, lit by some large vision of beauty and goodness and truth, lest we forget, and the sons of the fathers, like Esau, for mere meat barter their birthright in a mighty nation. Finally, I believe in patience, patience with the weakness of the weak and the strength of the strong, the prejudice of the ignorant and the ignorance of the blind, patience with the tardy triumph of joy and the mad chastening of sorrow. Postscript. These are the things of which men think who live, of their own selves and the dwelling place of their fathers, of their neighbors, of work and service, of rule and reason, and women and children, of beauty and death and war. To this thinking I have only to add a point of view. I have been in the world, but not of it. I have seen the human drama from a veiled corner, where all the outer tragedy and comedy have reproduced themselves in microcosm within. From this inner torment of souls, the human scene without has interpreted itself to me in unusual and even illuminating ways, for this reason and this alone. I venture to write again on themes on which great souls have already said greater words, in the hope that I may strike here and there a half-tone, newer, even if slighter, up from the heart of my problem and the problems of my people. Between the sterner flights of logic, I have sought to set some little alightings of what may be poetry. They are tributes to beauty, unworthy to stand alone, yet perversely, in my mind, now at the end, I know not whether I mean the thought for the fancy or the fancy for the thought, or why the book trails off to playing rather than standing strong on unanswering fact. But this is always, is it not, the riddle of life? Many of my words appear here transformed from other publications, and I thank the Atlantic, the Independent, the Crisis, and the Journal of Race Development for letting me use them again. W.E.B. Burghardt, DuBois, New York, 1919. William Edward Burghardt DuBois, born 23rd of February 1868 in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, and died 27th August 1963, was the first African American to earn a doctorate, also a prolific author, activist, sociologist, historian, Pan-Africanist, and professor of history, sociology, and economics at Atlanta University. DuBois studied at Fisk University, Harvard, and Humboldt in Berlin, and was co-founder of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In London and in Paris, DuBois and fellow collaborators Daniel Murray and Thomas J. Calloway presented the Exhibit of American Negroes, showing the history, education, literature, and the condition then of the American Negro.